Hello and welcome to the first lesson on how we share and receive love, a hack to help you get through that struggle phase a little bit easier, a little bit more efficiently and effectively, okay? To start off this lesson, I'm going to introduce you to an analogy adopted from Gary Chapman in the 5 Love Languages that I've spent a lot of time developing and thinking about, which is going to carry you through this unit. And another thing it's going to do is it's going to tie in those stages of a relationship which we talked about in the last unit in a really nice and clean way. It's going to help you understand them a little bit better. So let's begin. I want you to think about your relationship like a car, okay? We're going to call this the relationship car. Now, imagine that you and your partner are in this car together, okay? And when you're in a relationship, the engine is on. Whenever you're in a relationship, the engine is always running, okay? Your relationship car. Now, what happens when an engine is on? It uses gas, okay? Gas, petrol, whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of us have this car and we put the wrong kind of gas in the car, or we have the wrong nozzle and that gas isn't getting in the tank, it's spilling all over the floor. Let's elaborate. When you first start a relationship, okay, you have a really nice car, like really nice, really shiny, okay, and the tank is full. It comes with a full tank. Not only does it have a full tank, guys, it has a nitrous tank. You know, in like Need for Speed, those cars with like, you know, the NO2, like nitrous oxide, I think it's that, but like those blue tanks, and it makes the cars go really fast. I remember if you used to play video games, racing games, there was like that, you know, like that speed boost thing that you could use your nitrous tank in your car, like, okay, that's what I'm talking about here. Your car, your new relationship car, guys, it has a full tank of gas and it has this nitrous oxide boost thing, okay? You're going to go 0 to 100, 0 to 60 if you use miles, really fast. This is what phase of a relationship, guys? What stage do you think this is? It is, remember, like, it comes to you really strong. You don't have to work for it, though. It's just kind of there. It may be the way our body rewards ourselves for needing acceptance and connection. It is lust/romance. That is the stage. We feel like we would do anything for our partner. We feel so close. We can't stop thinking about them. It's based on our hormones. That's like the kickstart to our relationship is this car with a full tank of gas. Now, we're going to start to use that gas, okay? The connection that was kind of given to us, we didn't really like work so much for it. It was just kind of there based on our hormones. As time progresses, the first couple of months, for some people even up to maybe like a year, 2 years, and then the gas is going to start to empty. And then we're going to try to fill up the tank. We're going to say, oh, well, the tank is getting low. Let me try fill it up. But guys, what happens? We use the wrong kind of gas. It's a petrol and car, and we put diesel in it, and the engine just starts having a lot of problems. Or we have the wrong nozzle, okay? We're putting gas in, but it's the wrong nozzle. The gas isn't getting in the tank. It's actually spilling all over the floor. And then, a fire starts, oh, God forbid, or something. Wow, this is, what phase of a relationship is this, guys? It is, you guessed it, it is struggle. It is a struggle at the beginning to learn how to put gas in the tank. A lot of us wait till the gas in the tank gets really low before we try here. Okay, and we make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. That's why it's called struggle, guys. I want you to expect it to be hard and see it as a challenge that you can accomplish, okay, to get better. Now, we're going to start to know our partner more. We're going to start asking the right kind of questions, like, what gas do you take? What nozzle do you need, okay? And as we get to know them, as we come out of struggle, we're getting to working, the gas is going to get in the tank. Guys, a lot of people never get to working. They don't ask the right questions. They stand there, pumping 300 liters of gas. They pay for 300 liters, guys. And Only 50 of them are getting in the tank. The rest of them are spilling all over the floor. And then they get mad and they kick the car and they say life sucks. Guys, come on. That's why our course is called Love Smarter, Not Harder. We want to teach you how to get all 50 in the tank. Don't pay for 300, okay? At the beginning, you're going to have to try a lot of things, trial and error, but eventually you're going to get it. Pay for 50 liters, get those 50 in the tank. Now, what happens with all cars as we drive them? Exciting for people who look to constantly repair their cars. They love that kind of stuff. Sucks for people who are looking to be frugal with money. Cars need maintenance, okay? All cars need maintenance. Oil changes, checkups, change the tires, okay? Sometimes new paint jobs. This is our final phase maintenance, okay? Things that worked in the past. The engine used to function just fine. The oil used to be just fine. Now it's not working anymore. We have to change the oil. We have to change our strategy. That is why we have maintenance. Now, what does this all mean? Let's break down this analogy for you. What is the car? So we talked about already. The car is our relationship. Who's in the car? Us and our partners, our relationship car. The engine represents the relationship, okay? It's always running. It's always using gas. Gas represents how loved, how close we feel to our partner, how satisfied and happy we are in the relationship. So if you feel like your tank, Gary Chapman calls this the love tank, is very full, you're going to feel very close to and connected to your partner. It's a really beautiful feeling, okay? And when your tank is near empty, guys, when you're driving and your tank gets near empty, you get stressed sometimes, you're not going to feel so good. You're going to feel kind of down, kind of stressed. It may not be related to your partner. Remember, we talked about feelings glitching in the first unit. But we need to work to get gas in this tank again so that we feel better. A lot of couples break up, guys, because of a lot of little moments when they're not getting gas in the tank, and then eventually the gas tank just gets empty and they don't feel close to each other anymore. And guys, what happens when a tank gets empty? Can a car drive anymore? No. No, it can't. A car cannot drive on an empty tank. If you try to drive a car on an empty tank, the engine's going to get really damaged. You're going to get air in the engine and a whole bunch of problems, okay? And your car is going to stop. And when your car stops, guys, the relationship fizzles out. So we want to work on always keeping gas in that tank and doing so effectively so that we don't have it spill all over the ground, guys. Have you ever gotten mad at a car and tried kicking it? I don't know, let's say gas is so expensive and you're like, ugh, and you kick the front tire of your car. Guys, what happens? It hurts your foot. You can't win against the car. You can't change the car, okay? If you kick a car because you're mad, you're always, the car's going to win. Your foot's going to hurt. You're not going to, do damage to the car, okay? I mean, you could with, a crowbar or a hammer, but, you don't want to do that. No, it's dangerous and expensive. No. Don't go there. But what I'm saying is, you can't change the car. A lot of people get mad. They're spilling gas all over the floor, and they're like, oh, I hate this car. I'm working so hard, it's going nowhere. You can't change the car. But you can change yourself, guys. You can. It is so empowering to believe that you can. It opens this whole new realm of opportunities. In this unit, we're going to teach you how to get that gas in the tank effectively. And doing that is going to get you to working faster. Remember, struggle, we're having problems getting the gas in, okay? It's we have to find what works. But then we're going to get to working when we get it in, okay? We're going to give you the conversations to have with your partner, and we're going to break this down. It's super interesting. It's super exciting. And I think it's very inspiring too. So stay tuned. In the next lesson, we're going to talk all about that kind of stuff, how to get gas in the tank effectively. Thank you so much for joining me in this lesson, this analogy of think of your relationship like a car. I want you to always think of your relationship like this, guys. It's so empowering, and it's really helpful, and it relates very well to stages of a relationship. So you can think about what stage you're into using this analogy. I hope it helps you understand relationship dynamics a little bit more. And I'm super excited to get into this further. So without time to waste, let's get right into the next lesson. Thank you so much for listening.